Hello students, welcome into the new session of content management system using WordPress. Lastly, we are discussing about the first phase of unit number 3, that is a topic related to the theme. We have cleared the topics like what is theme, how to install and activate theme, and we have analyzed the common WordPress theme template files, which is by default given by the WordPress whenever the installation of WordPress is done. That means at the time of installation, by default, it installed 3 different WordPress theme into the desired location, which is like we can see into the C drive, XAMPP, WordPress, into the htdocs, WordPress, WP content. There is a theme folder. In that theme folder, this 2016, 2015 and 2014, these are the 3 common WordPress themes. Now, in previous lecture, we have seen the anatomy of 2016, that means what comes inside the 2016 folder. So in 2016 folder or whatever the themes we are using in that, there might be subfolders are there, where one folder handles the entire CSS. Rest of the folders are the supportive folders for executing a particular theme onto the screen. And then there are few PHP files written for executing the entire portion of the theme. Now, basically into the theme, it contains 4 sections. Section number 1 is header. Section number 2 is sidebar. Section number 3 is body section. And section number 4 is footer section. Now, in all these sections, even they have more advanced features, like suppose we are talking about sidebar, then it contains search, it contains a one portion for recent post and comments, one section for archives, one is for category, and one is for meta, that is meta tag. So this all entire facilities or etc. facilities will be handled by this by these different files. That means in previous lecture we have gone through the header.php, which manages the header of the theme which we have activated and installed. Footer.php will manage the footer of theme which we have activated. Then this 404.php handles the unnecessary exceptions, errors which is generated by the theme itself. This archive.php works for this archive.php portion of sidebar. Comments.php works with recent comments into the sidebar. Then functions.php handles the certain types of functions for executing and handling the theme properly. Then there is an image.php which is work with media display onto the screen. Index.php is actually a controller which handles or provides common platform for executing all the files. Then there is a search and search form.php for providing the search facility, and whenever the search is unsuccessful, it provides a bigger search box over here using search form.php. Then there is a sidebar.php which displays all the sections over the right hand side section of entire theme, which is called as sidebar.php. Then sidebar content.bottom means whenever we activate the widgets, if you remember, then into the customization of website we have gone through the widgets where we can add the newer widgets into the existing theme. Whenever we add the widgets, that widgets is added over the right hand side sidebar into the bottom section. So that is possible using this particular file. Now this single.php is used when there is a single page or post available into the WordPress, and this style.css manage all the layout part of entire theme. That means if you can see that this MBM College of Commerce Management and IT is written into the red color, but whenever I move my mouse cursor over the name of our college, there will be an hover effect. It converted into the green color. This empowering woman is into the different color. This recent post, this line, search window, whenever I put the mouse cursor on the icon which is provided over here, the color of that particular command button will get changed, etc., etc. There is a font type and font style with font color into the header as well as over the footer. Every layout part of this entire theme is managed by the file that is called as style.css. Even I have instructed all of you that we are going to develop our own simple theme also, but that would be covered into the another unit of entire content management system using WordPress syllabus. But right now we have just taken the glimpse of every pages and try to get it how the professional working goes for developing and designing the theme. Students, in this semester, even you are learning about the system analysis and design. Take that particular subject very seriously, because that subject teaches lots about designing the projects. That means whenever we are into the professional fields, and suppose someone has assigned a project for developing purpose, then we cannot directly just keep our computer on and by writing the logical line of code that project gets started. You have to do lots of paperwork for that. You have to think lot many things about designing the project. So that could be cleared by the subject called system analysis and design. So it is very important to have a deep knowledge about that also. I am taking a name of system analysis and design because shortly we are going to design our own theme into the another units. For that, we need to first have a clear cut description of designing the theme first onto the paper. Then we will go for designing our personalized theme practically. That's why I have taken now example of system analysis and design subject. Now, as per the syllabus, this four part, this four topic of part number 1 gets completed into the previous lecture. Now it's time to go for another section which is called as widgets. Into the widgets, there are many subtopics are given, but before starting the widgets, that is section number 2, I would like to start with section number 3 first. Why? Because after the clearance of section number 3, we can discuss in more detail about section number 2. So, we'll go for plugins first. Now, before starting that what is plugin, that means to clear the definition of plugins, I would like to again convey the message with you that this is the tool that we are using for handling our entire subject. In that, we have gone through how to create, delete, edit, apply the post, comment and tags with category using this particular selected section. Then we have gone through adding, attaching the medias like PDF, JPG, voice, video using this second part. Then we go for again attaching, editing, deleting, updating the page into the WordPress. Then we go for several comments section for the post only. Then we go for user and users role. Then we go for several types of settings. Then we go for in detail of customizing the site, changing the components of site. We have learned each and every section of the site, how can we customize it. Then we have started with. That means from this entire tool, two portion is still remaining, where one of the portion is appearance. Into the appearance, there is a theme. That theme, that means installing the theme and activating the theme, which is our next, which is our last portion that we have discussed, gets completed. So this is just an overview that what we have done up to the date. Now, there are still more some sections are there, like after the theme there is a customize, widgets, menu, header, background, editor, that we are going to discuss for another units. Yet, we are going to focus on the portion which is called as plugin. So, this plugin portion is related with the plugin portion of our unit number 3, which is given as a section number 3. So, this plugin and this one is interconnected into the syllabus point of view. I hope what I want to convey with all of the students is clear. That means now we are going to work in this entire selected section, which is called as plugin. Now let's continue. First of all, before discussing the definition of what is plugin, I would like to directly click on this plugin button, plugin link. This plugin link will display something like this onto the screen, that AKISMET, hello Dolly, something like this. What does it means? It means that similar like the theme, that means whenever we have installed the theme, by default 3 different types of themes get installed into the WordPress. So same like that, whenever I have installed the WordPress, these 2 plugins by default came inside the WordPress. Into the syllabus, there is no topic of default themes are given, like this AKISMET, hello Dolly, nothing is there. Why? Because these are the default plugins which is provided by the installation of WordPress itself. Now, without wasting more time, first we need to create clear that what is plugin. So, plugin means what? Plugin means it is a one type of component which is ready, and once you attach with the existing work of your WordPress which is going on, it starts immediately working. Again, I am repeating my words. Plugin means it is a one type of predefined created component which is ready to get attached with the work which is currently going on into the WordPress. Once you attach it and activate it, immediately at the same moment it gets working with the existing WordPress environment, and it gives you the appropriate output. This is actually the technical discussion about plugin will make it simple. If you remember into the programming in C, there is a concept called user defined function, or in short it is called as UDF. Into the theory of UDF, it says that once the function is created, it can be used anywhere into the program. It provides a one type of characteristics which is called as modularity. So yes, there is a word module is appropriate for plugin. You can say that this is module number 1, this is module number 2, or you can say this is a function number 1, this is function number 2. Even we are going to learn that how to add newer functions also. But once these functions get installed and once it get activated, you can use the functionality of that particular function directly into the WordPress creativity that you are doing. So that is called as plugin. Even suppose I want to make it more simple, then it is just like an electronic device. Say for example, at your home there is a mixer grinder. Whenever you attach the plug of your mixer grinder and give it and electricity, and whenever you press the button, that mixer grinder starts working. So whenever you attach the plug in a electricity board, it's an interface. That means you have installed your mixer grinder with the existing environment. That means WordPress is similar like providing the electricity. This plugin is a plug which we are attaching with the WordPress, and whenever you press the button of your mixer grinder, that is called as an feature of activating the mixer grinder, it starts working. So similar example technically we are going to perform in plugin also. So this is a simple description about that what is plugin. One more thing I would like to clear about the plugin is what? Once the plugin get attached into the WordPress, if you doesn't require after few hours or after few days, it can be detached. You can park it into the entire environment of WordPress, and you can use it later on also. That means what I want to say is, whenever the plugins get attached, strictly it is going to be work, or we have to keep on working with that particular plugin is not compulsory. You can activate and deactivate a prescribed plugin at any moment of time during the practical usage of WordPress. Now, one more thing should be cleared about the plugin. Plugin provides a fixed feature. That means for the purpose of plugin is designed is fixed. We cannot change the nature of plugin by ourselves. That means, say for example, plugin name A is designed for performing the activity called B. Then plugin A always performs the functionality B. It is not going to be perform the functionality which is called as C. Every time whenever you call, whenever you activate that particular plugin, that plugin works for the specific task. So be clear, this plugin once designed can be reused many times into the entire execution of WordPress. One more thing, plugin into the WordPress is available into the two different formats. The first format is plugins are free. That means the category of plugins which is free. We don't have to pay a single rupees for using the plugins. And second is a group of plugin which is a paid plugin. Now that is depend on you. If you are a professional developer and you are earning money from creating the website, you can go and visit the wordpress.org and you can download the paid plugin. But the plugin which is listed into the syllabus of our subject, all these are the free plugins. That means we don't have to pay a single rupees for using all these types of plugins. I am just writing the name of our official website for WordPress, that is wordpress.org. Once it gets opened, in that website there is a download folder there is a developer folder. Just click on that developer link which is given into the footer of site, which is mentioned over here. Again I am repeating the entire words. First open wordpress.org. Even into the link of given website there is a link called plugins. You can click directly on that, otherwise just scroll it down. There is an option called developers. Click on that. Whatever the supported features of WordPress given for the development purpose are mentioned over here. There is an also option called a theme which we have recently get completed, and even there is an option called develop a plugin which we try to get in depth. So right now I am just clicking on plugin. Here you will see a different plugins over here. Just a minute. Here you will see the different list of plugin like block enabled plugins, featured plugin, beta plugin, popular plugin, etc., etc. Even there is a link called see all in all the section. So I am just going into the popular plugin and pressing the see all button. In this see all, you can see that there is a one list where into the list the first one is contact form 7. Here I would like to open my syllabus. Into the plugin, whatever the plugin we have to learn, in that there is a one word called contact form 7. That contact form 7 is given over here. That means from over here we can download the plugin for contact form 7. I just want to say that. Then another one is SEO Yoast. What is the purpose of this contact form 7? What is the purpose of this SEO Yoast? We will take it one by one. Don't get confused. Yet I am just giving you the reference from where you can download the plugins if you requires. So SEO Yoast is given over here. Then there is a one word like WooCommerce which is given over here. Then there is a WP Supercache is given over here. Then regenerate thumbnail is given over here onto the second page, and last one is advanced custom field is given onto the second page. Apart from listed plugins given into the syllabus, lot many plugins are given into the plugin section of wordpress.org, which is an official website of WordPress. Now what we have to do? Just look at to the each and every description of a given plugin. Means, say for example, randomly I am taking anyone, means whatever the topic given into the syllabus, we will keep for 5 minutes aside. This is not a part of syllabus. Say for example, suppose I want to go for this limit login attempt reloaded. Now what does it means? So you can read it over here, or either you can just open it into the next window. There is a detailed description of this particular plugin is given. Read it first. Limit the number of login attempts that possible through the normal login as well as XML, RPC, WooCommerce and custom login pages. WordPress by default allowed unlimited login attempt. This allows password to be cracked via brute force relatively easy. Limit login attempts reloaded block an internet address from making further attempts after a specific limit on retries has been reached, making brute force attacks difficult or impossible. We'll explain this thing, what they are trying to say, but let it complete first. Features which is provided by this particular plugins are: limit the number of retry attempts when login. This is fully customized. Informs the user about the remaining retries or lockout time of the login page. Optional login and optional email notification. It is possible to whitelist, blacklist IP and usernames. So on. Many things which you can read. Now, here I would like to take one example. If you are familiar with using the net banking facility in your computer or mobile, again I am repeating my words. If you are familiar of using net banking facility in your mobile or computer, here you will find one thing. Say for example, suppose you want to transfer some money from your account to another account, and mobile banking is installed, or you can say the app is installed in your mobile, or either or you are using the net banking through your computer. You have opened the URL of that particular bank, then you have entered the customer ID of yourself for the login purpose, because without the login you cannot use the facility of net banking or mobile banking. That means you have entered the username. Now it's time to enter the password, because username and password is must for accessing the furthers. But unfortunately, you have lost the password. That means either you forgot the password or you don't have the password. For example, if you tries entering incorrect password for 3 or more times, a bank will lock your account for 24 hours for accessing the limitation of attempting the login. Again I am repeating my words. That means you have a correct username but you don't have a password, correct password. Then this particular app or net banking allows you to try 3 times to enter your correct password. If you enter your password wrong for more than 3 times, then the bank will lock your account for 24 hours. That is called as limit login attempt. Now, why I have discussed this particular example with all of you? Say for example, suppose we have developed one website for the bank using core PHP, and same function we want to give to that particular bank. Means, I would like to say something now in Gujarati also. માનો કે આપણે એક પ્રોજેક્ટ હાથમાં આવેલો છે કે જેમાં કોઈ એક બેંક સાથે તમારું ટાઈઅપ થયેલું છે. એ બેંકે તમને પ્રોજેક્ટ એલોકેટ કરેલો છે કે અમારે મોબાઈલ બેન્કિંગ કે નેટ બેન્કિંગની ફેસિલિટી અમારા એકાઉન્ટ હોલ્ડર્સને આપવી છે. એટલે કે એકાઉન્ટ હોલ્ડર્સ એમનો કસ્ટમર આઈડી અને પાસવર્ડ નાખે એટલે એના સ્ટેટમેન્ટ્સ જોઈ શકે, એમના એકાઉન્ટમાંથી કોઈ બીજાના એકાઉન્ટમાં મની ટ્રાન્સફર કરી શકે, ડિપોઝિટ કરી શકે, આરટીજીએસ કરી શકે, એનઈએફટી કરી શકે. ટૂંકમાં બેંકની જેટલી પણ બેઝિક ફેસિલિટીઝ હોય એ વાપરી શકે, એવું કરવું છે. હવે બાકીનું બધું તો પછી વિચારવાનું આવ્યું. સૌથી પહેલાં તો યુઝર છે એને લોગિન આપવાના છે. હવે જો એ યુઝરને આપણે લોગિન આપેલું છે, એ લોગિન ટ્રસ્ટેડ યુઝર્સ હશે તો એની પાસે તો પાસવર્ડ હોવાનો જ છે કે એનો યુઝર નહીં મને પાસવર્ડ નાખશે એટલે આગળની ફેસિલિટી બધી ચાલવા માંડશે. પણ જેમ જેમ ગ્લોબલાઇઝેશન થતું જાય છે, ટેકનોલોજીનો યુઝ વધારે થતો જાય છે અને એમાંય તે ઇન્ટરનેટનો યુઝ વધારે થતો જાય છે, ડેઇલી રૂટીન્સની અંદર હેકર્સ એટલા જ એક્ટિવેટ છે કે જે તમારી ઇન્ફોર્મેશનને કોઈ પણ સંજોગોમાં ચોરવા માગે છે. તમારું એકાઉન્ટ હેક કરી અને એમાં અનનેસેસરી એક્ટિવિટીઝ જે છે એ પરફોર્મ કરી શકે છે. તો જેમ જેમ ટેકનોલોજી પણ ડે બાય ડે એક્ઝિક્યુટ થતી જાય છે એવી રીતે ડે બાય ડે સિક્યુરિટી પણ ઇમ્પ્રૂવ કરવી પડે છે. સો ધીસ limited login attempt plugin is used for the same. That means in this description what they want to say is, first of all, this is a customized plugin. That what does a customize means? Customize means according to ourselves it get changed. Suppose you want to allow your user to enter 5 times wrong password instead of 3, then it can be changed. You can extend the limit. If you want to allow your user to get enter 10 times wrong password, then it comes into the customization format. So this particular plugin is a customized plugin which can be used into the login process and restricts the users after XYZ number of attempts to get entered a password. This is the facility of this particular plugin. Now, suppose just think for a while, we want to develop the same facility into the core PHP. How many number of logical lines we have to write? Many. It wastes the time, it weighs the efficiency. Even it might possible that after doing all these things, there is an exception that we need to handle. But in WordPress, by just simply downloading this particular plugin, activating and attaching this particular plugin, ये केम ये तो आपने सीखવાનું છે હજી. It's very easy into the WordPress. So this is the importance of learning plugin. So just I suggest all the students go into the plugin section, browse all the categories which is given over here, but I go for the popular one, that is popular plugins. One by one, read the description of each and every plugins. There are many plugins are given. Just press next one, next one, next one, and read all these plugins. And once we give you that how to install and activate the plugin, go for using the particular plugin which makes your work more easy, faster, reliable and more secure. So without wasting more time, first we are going to have a look at contact form 7. It's already there, contact form 7 into the entire list. We'll keep a description from over here. What is the purpose of contact form 7? So it's written over here. Contact form 7 can manage multiple contact forms, plus you can customize the form and the mail contents flexibly by simple markup. The form supports Ajax powered submitting CAPTCHA, estimate, spam filtering and so on. In short, this particular plugin is related for a one type of contact form. Say for example, login પહેલા જો તમે લોકો સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ વેબસાઇટ્સ યુઝ કરતા હોય જેવી કે જીમેલ, યાહુ વગેરે, તો લોગિન થતા પહેલાં લોગિન ક્રિએટ કરવું પડે. એ લોગિન ક્રિએટ કરવા માટે એનું રજિસ્ટ્રેશન ફોર્મ ભરવું પડે. સે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ કે હું આ જીમેલની અંદર જાઉં, જીમેલની અંદર ગયા પછી મારી પાસે જીમેલનું એકાઉન્ટ નથી અને મારે નવું એકાઉન્ટ ક્રિએટ કરવું છે, તો અહીંયા હું ક્રિએટ એકાઉન્ટ ઉપર ક્લિક કરીશ. એ જેવું ક્રિએટ એકાઉન્ટ ઉપર ક્લિક કરીશ એટલે આ જે ફોર્મ ખુલે છે એ અલગ અલગ સાઇટના અલગ અલગ હોય. અમુકનું માનો કે આ જીમેલનું નાનકડું એવું છે, ફેસબુકનું નાનકડું એવું છે, ઇન્સ્ટાગ્રામનું નાનકડું એવું છે, ઘણા એમાં ખૂબ વધારે ડિટેલ્સ હોય. દેટ ઇઝ ડિપેન્ડ ઓન ધ પ્રોજેક્ટ દેટ યુ આર હેન્ડલિંગ. In short, whatever the field is given over here, we have to fill all the fields, then we have to go for the other process. So this form is called as contact form. આ ફોર્મને કોન્ટેક્ટ ફોર્મ કહેવાય. હવે આપણે PHP કોર જ્યારે ભણતા સેમિસ્ટર 2ની અંદર, એમાં સ્ટુડન્ટના રજિસ્ટ્રેશન માટેનું એક ફોર્મ બનાવેલું જ છે. એમાં ઘણી લપ જે છે એ આપણે કરી છે. ફર્સ્ટ નેમ ને, સેકન્ડ નેમ ને, મિડલ નેમ ને, લાસ્ટ નેમ ને, જેન્ડર ને, એડ્રેસ ને, મોબાઈલ નંબર ને, ઈમેલ એડ્રેસ ને, એના પાછા વેલિડેશન્સ કે @ ને, ડોટ ને બધું ચેક કરવાનું, એક્સેટ્રા એક્સેટ્રા, કેટલું આપણે પ્રેક્ટિકલી જે છે એ હેન્ડલ કરેલું છે, જે આમાં કાંઈ કરવાનું નથી. બાય સિમ્પલી જસ્ટ ડાઉનલોડિંગ ધીસ પર્ટિક્યુલર એપ, this plugin, all this entire facility we will get over here. તો ડાઉનલોડ કરવા માટે હવે એ તો કહેવાની જરૂર નથી કે ડાઉનલોડનું બટન પ્રેસ કરો એટલે ડાઉનલોડ થઈ જશે. ઓબ્વિયસલી અહીંયા ક્લિક કરશો એટલે ડાઉનલોડ થઈ જશે. મેં ડાઉનલોડ કરેલું છે. સે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ કોન્ટેક્ટ ફોર્મ 7 જે છે એ મેં ડાઉનલોડ કર્યું છે. આ ફોર્મેટમાં ડાઉનલોડ થશે. હવે આને રાઇટ ક્લિક કરીને એક્સટ્રેક્ટ કરો. એક્સટ્રેક્ટ કરશો એટલે એનું આવું સબ ફોલ્ડર એક બનશે. આ સબ ફોલ્ડર બની ગયા પછી આપણે જ્યાં પ્લગઇનની અંદર હતા એટલે કે અહીંયા ત્યાં એડ ન્યૂમાં જવાનું થશે. જસ્ટ ક્લિક ઓન એડ ન્યૂ, then select upload plugin, then choose file, then select the location where that particular plugin is. એટલે કે પ્લગઇન તમે જ્યાં ડાઉનલોડ કરીને રાખ્યું હતું એ લોકેશન અહીંયા સિલેક્ટ કરવું and then press install now. After a few minutes, second actually, there is a message that plugin installed successfully. Yes, one more thing I would like to clear over here. Over here, whenever you upload the plugin, that means into the add new, whenever you upload the plugins, at that particular time you have to directly give the zip file, not an unzip file. Theme માં આપણે unzip આપી હતી, આમાં zip file directly આપવાની રહેશે અને પછી install now કરવાનું રહેશે. Now once the installation gets completed, just click on this plugin. Here you will see that your contact form 7 plugin is installed. Clear? So this is the way to install plugin. Now once the installation gets completed, what we have done, we have recently installed the contact form 7 plugin into the WordPress. Now we are going to activate contact form 7, which is given as a plugin. So this point number 2 gets completed. So for that, just select that particular plugin and press activate. That particular plugin gets activated. Once that particular plugin gets activated, there is an automatically link comes out that is called as deactivated. That is for deactivating the plugin. Now with this, there are two parallel options are there, that is settings and edit. First we'll go for settings. Into the settings, whenever you press the settings, here you will get first the name of contact form 7, that is contact form 1. Then there is a short code. What is this? I am going to show you later on. Then there is an author and then there is a date. Up to this it's okay. Now what we have to do, say for example, આટલું કર્યા પછી આપણે રિફ્રેશ કરીએ, જ્યાં આપણી થીમ એક્ઝિક્યુટ થઈ છે ત્યાં કાંઈ નવું નહીં હોય, એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ. એની માટે એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ કરવું પડે, એની માટે એને અટેચમેન્ટ કરવું પડે. શું એ જોઈએ આપણે. What I am going to do, first here I am attaching a one page. That means I am going into the page. I am creating a one page over here. And I am giving the name of this page is registration form, registration form. Clear? And into the description of this page, whatever the plugin that I have installed, into the setting I am there. એટલે કે કોન્ટેક્ટ ફોર્મ 7 ની અંદર સેટિંગ્સમાં હું હતો ત્યાંથી આ જે શોર્ટ કોડ છે એને હું કોપી કરીશ, આખા શોર્ટકોડને હું કોપી કરીશ. કોપી કર્યા પછી અહીંયા ડિસ્ક્રિપ્શનમાં હું એને પેસ્ટ કરી દઈશ. ક્લિયર? મેં શું કર્યું, પહેલાં એક પેજ ક્રિએટ કર્યું, એ પેજનું નામ રજિસ્ટ્રેશન ફોર્મ આપ્યું. એ રજિસ્ટ્રેશન ફોર્મના ડિસ્ક્રિપ્શનમાં મેં જે પ્લગઇન ઇન્સ્ટોલ કર્યું હતું કોન્ટેક્ટ ફોર્મ 7, એ કોન્ટેક્ટ ફોર્મ 7 નામના પ્લગઇનના સેટિંગમાં હું ગયો. સેટિંગમાં ગયા પછી એની અંદર જે શોર્ટકોડ હતો એને મેં કોપી કરી અને અહીંયા મેં પેસ્ટ કરી દીધો. ડન. હવે એને હું અહીંયા પબ્લિશ કરું છું, એટલે કે આ પેજને હું પબ્લિશ કરું છું. ક્લિયર? નાવ ધીસ પેજ ઇઝ પબ્લિશ્ડ. અહીંયા ઉપર એક હાઇપરલિંક એની હશે આ પેજની. એ હાઇપરલિંકને હવે ખૂબ બધું ખુલ્લું છે, આપણે એને બંધ કરી દઈએ. અહીંયા જે હાઇપરલિંક છે એને હું રાઈટ ક્લિક કરીને ઓપન કરું છું. હવે હું જેવું એ હાઇપરલિંક ઓપન કરીશ એટલે ઓટોમેટિકલી એક સિમ્પલ રજિસ્ટ્રેશન ફોર્મ અહીંયા આવી જશે. આનો મેં ક્યાંય કોડ નથી લખ્યો, ક્યાંય ઇનપુટ ટાઈપ ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ ટેક્સ્ટ એવું નથી લખ્યું, કંઈ લખેલું નથી. ઓટોમેટિકલી ધીસ સિમ્પલ રજિસ્ટ્રેશન ફોર્મ ઇઝ ધેર ઓન ટુ ધ સ્ક્રીન વિથ વેલિડેશન. માનો કે અહીંયા હું સેન્ડનું બટન ડાયરેક્ટ પ્રેસ કરું તો અહીંયા આવી જશે રિક્વાયર્ડ, ધીસ ફિલ્ડ રિક્વાયર્સ, એટલે કે આની અંદર કોઈ ડેટા નાખો, બ્લેન્ક એલાઉડ નથી. ધીસ ઇઝ રિક્વાયર્ડ. ઇવન ધીસ ઇઝ રિક્વાયર્ડ. સે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ કે આમાં આપણે કંઈક નાખ્યું, ફરી પાછું અહીંયા સેન્ડનું બટન પ્રેસ કર્યું તો અહીંયા આવીને અટક્યું બીકોઝ ધીસ ઇઝ રિક્વાયર્ડ. અહીંયા માનો કે મેં ઈમેલ આઈડી અધૂરો નાખ્યો, મેં @ ને ડોટ નથી, પાછું હું સેન્ડ કરું, ધ મેસેજ આવી ગયો, ધ ઈમેલ એડ્રેસ એન્ટર્ડ ઇઝ ઇનવેલિડ. વાય? બીકોઝ ધેર ઇઝ નો @ ઇવન ધેર ઇઝ નો ડોટ. આ બધું ચેક થાય છે ક્યાંક. એ ચેક કરે છે મારું પ્લગઇન, અને એ પ્લગઇનનું નામ છે કોન્ટેક્ટ ફોર્મ 7. અત્યારે તો ખાલી આપણે આને જે પ્લગઇન ઇન્સ્ટોલ કર્યું હતું એને એક પેજની અંદર આપણે ખાલી એમનેમ શો કરી દીધું છે. આપણે એ પણ જોશું કે આ કેવી રીતના થાય છે. માનો કે મારે નથી નામ લેવું તો ન નાખે તો હાલશે, ઈમેલ એડ્રેસ એ ન નાખે તો હાલશે, બ્લેન્ક જવા દેવું જોઈએ. તો એની માટે આપણે એના સેટિંગ્સ એડિટ કરવા પડશે. તો એડિટમાં શું હશે એ પણ આપણે જોશું, પણ અત્યારે આપણે એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ આ એક ફોર્મ અહીંયા ડિસ્પ્લે કરેલું છે. નાવ યુ હેવ ટુ ડુ ઇટ પ્રેક્ટિકલી એટ યોર હોમ. દેટ મીન્સ here I am writing your practical download contact form 7 and install activate the contact form 7 and display sample contact form on registration contact form as registration form. So this is your practical that you have to do it your home, do it at your home, and you have to mention the installation steps, activation steps, and adding a new contact form 7 step in journal. In our next lecture we will go in more detail about contact form 7 later on. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture, that what is plugin, how to install and activate the plugins. You have little bit knowledge about contact form 7, how to attach that contact form 7 into the page. These are the topics that we have covered in the entire session. Hope you have enjoyed this session and eager to know more detail about contact form 7 that we will that we will take into the next lecture. Hope all of you are safe, fit and fine. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Thank you.